What we're doing today is we are installing a rain gutter diverter. So it's if you're going to be setting up a rain barrel or something along those lines. So this is the part here. It basically fits in line on your rain gutter. You insert it into the rain gutter, and you can tap a hose right here and run it into a bucket or wherever you are running it. Now what you can hear in the background right now is my koi pond, and I'm putting it over here because I'm going to use the rain coming off this, run it through a little filter, and we're going to use it to top up and do water changes on the koi pond. Other tools you're going to need is a screwdriver. I'm going to use a power driver, but you don't need one. You can use a regular driver. Something to cut with. Again, I'm using a power one, but you can use a regular handsaw. Something to measure with. And you also need some sort of a marker, Sharpie, something like that to mark where your cuts are going to be. Alright, the first step is you need to select what height you're going to put the diverter. I'm going to put it up pretty high on the wall here because we're going to try to run the thing all the way to the pond. If you're setting it into a barrel, you want it to be below the rim height of the barrel so it doesn't overflow the barrel. So we're going to mark our cut. Just like that. In the case of this diverter, you're going to have to take 1 3/4 out of the pipe. So we're gonna mark the 1 3/4 point right there. Make another mark across and cut the other section out. You may have to loosen up your top and bottom pieces to get this guy in there. So we're going to move this guy out of the way. And slide it all back together. After you've installed it, remove the cap, take a look inside and make sure that this piece has not slid far enough down that it's blocking that hole. Now all you have to do is attach your hose here and run it into whatever you want to run it into. Here's the finished product. This is the rain diverter, which I installed in another video. Check the links below for the installation instructions on that one. We've got the hose coming out of that. It's going down. Got to keep it on a gradual downhill. Make sure when you go through the hose, make sure you don't have any kinks like this here. Make sure you flatten them out because this is not, there's no pressure in it, so it's not going to push its way through. So if there's any blockages, it's not going to make its way through. And you want to keep it on a gradual downhill with no kinks all the way to your bucket filter right here. So it's not pretty, but we will see if it works. Well, here it is out in the yard. We're getting a very light sprinkle right now, and there is the water coming out of the hose. It's running through my filter bucket and into my pond. So there it is. The water is coming down through the hose from the diverter that we put up on the downspout for the rain gutter, and it's flowing into my bucket and then going into my pond, which once the rain picks up, we should get a decent amount of water into the pond.